Hey you guys, this is Annie and Kevin, and we're going to show you how to make maximum use of your silver so that you can afford to make jewelry and make a profit.
With minimal scrap.
So I know a lot of you don't roll your own metal, and that's where you're losing all your money. What I have here is a piece of 1 ounce fine silver. I use fine silver for a lot of stuff, simply because it's softer and it's easier to work with. This piece of silver costs, as of today's market, it's $14 an ounce. And then if you're going to pay a little bit over spot, so you're going to pay about $2 per ounce over spot.
16 or 17
so
bucks.
By the time it gets to you, if you were to buy 1 ounce, it'd be like $16 to $17. If you were to buy a 1 ounce piece of silver from any of the suppliers, it'll be a lot more than that.
Because of the fabrication charges.
Right. Here, this piece of silver costs about $16. So I'm going to roll it out into a sheet, and then I'm going to stamp out a bunch of parts. And then I'm going to melt it down again, and I'm going to roll my scrap and stamp out a bunch of parts. And I'll show you what you'd get if you'd only rolled it, if you'd only bought the piece of silver and then sold it. I know that most of you don't have power rolling mills, but I didn't think you wanted to watch us do it manually. I'm going to make a piece of 20 gauge. So right now I'm at 18 gauge. So I want to get to 20. So we have a piece of 20 gauge fine silver that is exactly 1 ounce. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the press and we're going to punch out as many hearts as we can punch out. So I've got about that much space. Okay, so if you had bought this from a supplier, you would have paid probably more like 20 bucks for this 1 ounce of silver. And we were able to stamp 5 hearts out of it. But I'm betting there's more than 50% of this is waste. Yep, 20.2 grams. As an example, let's say you're going to set up at a street fair and you're going to make a pair of earrings. And I'm set up next to you as well, and we're both making the same earrings. Let's say you sell them for 10 bucks each. You barely paid for your silver. Your profit is now sitting in the scrap. So when you go to sell this, you're going to get at best 70% of your money back. But if you roll your own metal, watch what happens. So we're going to go melt this down. You'll actually start to love fine silver, because if you were melting sterling, it's going to turn all black and it'll oxidize really bad. The back of your metal has crud on it from the soldering board, and so does the front. So you're going to want to either toss it in the pickle or wire wheel it, or both. Sweet, it's all clean. Whenever you're going to roll with a power rolling mill and you're rolling something small, you got to be really careful. Let the wheel pull it up. Let the roll pull it up. Yeah, you might be able to use clothespins. You don't want to use metal tweezers because you'll ruin your rolls when they get snagged. We got to anneal. So at this point, we might get another 5 pieces. So you got 15 hearts to the person who's not rolling their own metal, and they got 5. So we're going to go roll it and see how many we can get. We got a total of 14. And I still have enough. I bet I could make 2 more, but you're probably bored with watching this and you probably see the point. Imagine you're at a street fair and you paid $20 for your 1 ounce piece of metal and you stamped, what was it, 5. And I'm sitting next to you selling the exact same thing and I have 14 pieces to sell. And I sell mine at $10 a piece. Well, I made $140 and you made $50, but you sold your scrap for less, for 70%. And I can melt this again. I could probably get another 2 more. So I could probably be at 160, 170.
But just a torch, a soldering block, and a press.
But just work with small amounts. Work with 1 ounce at a time and you'll have really good luck. So thanks for watching. Hope it helps.